take my mind.
Welcome back to another episode, Saying Tomorrow. Today, we're going to be talking about some interesting topics today, guys.
Yeah, man, we're going to have a very interesting topic for you guys. You know, a lot of times I hear people, when they're talking about what they want in a man or a woman, they often use the word, a good man or a good woman.
Right.
But nobody ever really get in depth as far as what is the makeup of a good man or a good woman. Right?
I agree.
That's just left in the air.
Right.
Yeah.
So you might hear somebody say he has a good job, good benefits, he doesn't have kids. That's a good man.
Right.
That's not
That ain't it.
That's not the makeup of a
Right.
good
Because they're
man.
looking more at the materialistic. So.
That's not
Yeah, and
enough.
then, they're looking at the surface.
Yeah.
exactly.
But it's really deeper than
Right.
just that.
Okay.
So let's figure out
Let's dissect this thing.
each one of you guys what is the definition of for you a good woman, a good
Well,
man.
Go ahead,
considering
say that.
I'm the only woman here, I want to hear what you guys have to say.
No.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Vic, set it off.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Because you are the
Oh,
only
y'all
woman
so
here.
cute.
We
So go
would
ahead.
love to hear your definition of what makes a good man a good man.
Okay, so I would say both scenarios, whether you're a male or a female.
No. We just want to hear the man.
No, I would say
Okay.
it depends on the person. Everybody is different. What everybody wants is different.
That's true. It's
And then it
subjective.
depends on the place that you are in life.
Yeah, it's subjective.
Honestly.
It's subjective.
It's it
But
is.
what is what to you? What's a good man? What would be the definition? What would be like? That's a good man right there.
I feel like that's something we probably should steer away from saying. You really should.
Why?
Cause they're gonna show you exactly why they're not a good man.
That's not. I feel like
Pause.
I'm a good man.
No.
You, brother?
Yeah.
I feel like hell.
But
man.
okay,
my
but-
wife would tell you I'm a catch, boy.
I'm pretty
Huh?
sure you done put your wife through some shit. So it's subjective.
we
It's
don't-
subjective to just look at. I don't want nobody to look at me and say, "Well, that's a good woman," because I feel like that puts like levels on it. You understand? Like that puts what's the word I'm looking for?
Right.
Expectations.
No,
on a person.
No.
It does.
Whatever I put her through, obviously
She
stuck
likes
around.
it, right? But remember, it's
24.
subjective. So for her, it was okay. For
It wasn't
her,
okay.
That does, no.
It was not okay.
I'm not saying it was okay. I'm saying she loved you enough. She saw through all of that to stay.
One of one, baby.
Thank
One-
you.
Well,
one of
put it
one.
like this, man. We humans. We make
Exactly.
mistakes. We go through our things. We go through trials and tribulations. We learn and we grow
Exactly.
from it. You
Yep.
understand what
I
I'm
can
saying?
understand that.
So it depends on who you are
Right.
and where you are in your life to
Right.
say this is a. Because somebody that I may
you're
have.
not gonna give us a description of what a good man is.
I don't feel like I have a clear cut description.
You don't
Yes,
have
you,
okay,
you want
let's- so-
someone who has a good job.
Okay, so let me ask
Go
you
ahead,
this. Let
go
me ask you
ahead.
this. So okay, so what is it that you're looking for in a man? Just give us your definition.
Ooh, that's a good question,
Yeah.
brother. Give me some. Give me some.
What is it that you
so-
looking for?
So y'all ain't open up the VO. So nobody opened the VO.
No,
Yeah,
you
no.
gotta break it
Go ahead,
down.
break it
What
down
is
to
it that
us.
you looking for
What is
in a
it
man
Vic
to
is
say,
looking
That's
for?
a good man I want to be with.
Right.
In my mind, I would say if I were to say someone's a good man, it's a multitude of characteristics,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So granted, I feel like you say surface level, you want someone who has a good job. So that way for me it's more or less it's not a good job so you have benefits for me. It's so you got benefits for your freaking self.
Okay.
But again, I feel like that depends on where you are in life. You know what I
Okay.
mean? When I was younger, 18, 19, I probably really didn't care about that or even think that far to say that's what makes you a good man.
Okay.
Other than saying, oh, he have a job. Yeah, what kind of job? How much money you making? That is very important.
I don't think that boils down to a good man.
Good man. I don't
No.
either. I
It
don't.
I know a
doesn't
lot
boil
of
down
dudes.
to-
I know
it
a lot of
doesn't-
dudes that with good jobs make it good, and they a
See,
piece of. You know what I mean?
again,
Yeah.
subjective.
Of course.
So we're talking about cumulative what makes a good man. So for me, I don't want to be with a man that does not have a good salary.
Okay.
Because then
Okay.
you cannot afford the lifestyle that I want to live.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand.
You understand? So again,
So
subjective.
let's get deeper into it. Again, like my brother said. What
For
is-
me,
Yes. For
yes,
you.
I want someone who has a good job, a career, so to speak. That way,
Okay.
you have. I feel like a career gives you goals. Like as you're in your career and you're moving upward in your career, you have goals. So then you're a little bit more focused because you're trying to obtain these different goals. At whatever point in time you reach these goals, right?
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's someone who doesn't have kids, even though I prefer not to date people with kids. Personal preference.
Okay.
But I would say I don't feel like that's like a determining factor. Someone who is family oriented. I feel like that's important because I'm family oriented. self-sufficient. I feel like a lot of men, they kind of, and I don't want to say a lot because the world is full of people. It's billions of people in the world.
Right.
But you have a lot of men that I've witnessed or that I've heard of or know about through conversation that are mama's boys.
Okay.
I feel like people don't understand the difference between the 2. For me, I don't think I could date anyone who did not respect their mother.
Okay.
It's really, really for you to have some form of a relationship with your mom, to have that level of respect for your mom. To me, it's very important. If you don't respect your mama, you ain't gonna respect me. That's just how I feel.
Okay.
Personal. That's how I feel. But also, I don't really too much care for the mama's boy. So I don't want you to be attached to your mom because I feel like at this point we're grown, we're adults,
Okay.
we're at a different point in our lives. But you gotta have respect for your mom. Like if you
Right.
don't
No
treat
doubt.
your mom like top tier, I don't want to talk to you.
Okay.
And I say that because I'm a millennial and we have a lot. I done seen a lot or ran across a lot of men in our generation that they talk to their mama crazy. And I'm just like, well, if you talk to your mom, if you cuss your mom out, I know for a fact you're gonna cuss me out.
So you want to balance.
Oh yeah, you got
Okay.
it's to me it shows a level of respect. Like when
Okay.
it comes to my son, I want to raise him not to be a mama's boy, but to respect me as his mom.
Okay.
So yeah, you could love me to death, but you know,
So you want a man with a
Balance.
career. You want a man with a
no kids.
With no kids.
Why?
good
Why no
balance.
kids though? Why is that?
Well,
Because you know the people gonna ask.
Yeah,
So
they
that's what
gonna
I'm saying. So why no
and
kids?
you also want a man that is not a mama's boy, but that respects women,
But
right?
respect for his
you
mom,
also
big
want a
time.
man that into family, right?
Yeah.
So how, that's kind of like it's a haze situation because how can he be like family oriented if he doesn't have kids?
Right. Good point, Ralph. Good point.
It depends on how you grow up. It depends on your environment. You know, some people grow up into families that are just family oriented. They do family gatherings. Because I'm not a party person. I'm more family oriented. So a person who has family gatherings frequently, that's fun to me. That's great. That's entertainment. That's how I want to spend my days.
Okay.
I don't want to spend my days trying to find a party to go to. And if we are, it can still be a family function.
Okay.
But people that are not, I met a lot of people and millennials that are not family oriented because they just didn't grow up into that. You know, like our mothers were young. They didn't grow up in that environment. And you could tell because they care more about their friends. They want to hang out with friends. A guy want to hang out with his homeboys all day. That is a red flag.
Okay.
Any guy that want to hang around another guy all day is a red flag for me. It's a no.
Okay.
It's a no. I don't know what's going on, but it's a no for me.
Okay. Got your point, Vic.
So, I
Got your
mean,
point.
Well, you mentioned career, so
yeah.
you can't have a career unless you went to college and graduated.
No,
got a
that's not
degree.
true.
Hold on. Majority of the time, dudes went to school, got a degree, whatever.
Yeah.
Major something. That's a career, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't fit that criteria, brother.
Right.
So I know you went.
I
to
agree.
college, you
Yeah.
did your thing.
Yeah, I did my
so
thing.
What's your idea
Right.
Of a
of
good
a good
woman.
woman? Because we're not talking about.
School.
We're not talking about the top of the
Right.
just the bare. We're talking
Right.
about because my idea of I'm gonna give my definition of what I think a good woman is.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to hear what your skin
Yeah.
deep, brother.
Yeah. I mean, my definition of a good woman is a woman that is poised, a woman that is quiet, a woman that's not gonna out talk, back talk, and slick talk, or whatever.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But
Yeah.
that's that.
Oh,
Well, listen.
Nah, but seriously though.
Hey,
no,
brother.
yeah.
Hey, boy. Hey, go ahead.
No, but seriously,
I'm in
seriously.
agreement,
You know what I'm saying?
brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead.
I think humans,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Humans today, we done complicated things. Our
Yeah.
forefathers, our foremothers, they showed us the game.
Showed us
But
the way, right?
They showed us the
We
way.
try to reinvent the
but
wheel.
we try to reinvent the wheel. You get what I'm saying? So,
Wait, what do you mean by that? Let's dig into that.
okay. Our foremothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our foremothers, our grandmothers, our mothers, the baby boomers, they showed the young ladies coming up how to cook,
you
how to
think-
carry themselves. These things are still important because nothing under the sun is you know
Nothing
it's
is
new. Nothing under the
That's what
sun
they
is
said.
new.
That's the same. Nothing is new.
I
Yeah,
feel like
nothing is new.
that is subjective as well.
And why is that?
Because I do feel like now, especially as I'm getting older and I have these conversations with my grandparents, I realize that our eyes that we view them in may not necessarily be what's reality. We're
behind
only
behind the scenes.
yeah, we're only looking from the outside. Like I say, I love my grandmothers. I was raised by my grandmothers. They are my babies. My great grandmother is 91. She turned 91 in February. She was
Happy
a hoe.
birthday, Grandma.
But let me
She was
say
a what?
this.
She was a hoe.
No, don't say
She was a
that.
what?
Don't say that.
She was a what?
Don't
My
say that.
granddaddy told me.
No,
She
no,
was
but
a
let
what?
me
And
say,
then when I
nah.
talked to her,
was a what?
she give me the
Wait.
Now, don't say that,
She
man.
had a pimp?
No.
Oh,
Nah,
when
don't
you
say
hoe, I'm
that,
thinking,
don't
okay,
say
okay,
that.
But
okay.
you get what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is, and I love my grandma. That's my baby.
She was promiscuous.
But-
Is what you're saying.
I'm not even necessarily saying she promiscuous. I'm just saying the eyes in which we viewed her as children, saying, "Oh my gosh, she paved the way," because she taught us how to cook, she
Right.
taught us how to clean, she
Right.
did all of that, she did. But so when these guys are saying, "Good woman," because you know how my grandmama, do you really know how your grandmama was? Like, was you there?
But let me tell you this.
Was
See,
you engaging
but
at
let
the
me say
same
this,
time?
though. Let me say this. But
That's
you
a
know the
good question
difference,
right there,
though.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Back
Right.
in the day, remember,
Right.
they didn't have social media and stuff. So usually, like I think my grandmother, this is my great grandmother I'm speaking on. But so my great grandmother, my great grandfather, they met when they was like maybe 13, 14, started having kids.
Okay.
Back in the day, it was taboo to separate. What you mean you separating? Y'all
Right.
finna have these kids and y'all finna be together. But that don't mean that that's a good, what? How you know that at 14, 15, how you knew that was a good woman? So when she turned 18, what happened?
But let me say this, though. You see the difference between the old heads and our generation? The old
What's
heads,
the difference?
when they did their dirt, they
But
left it
does that
behind
make
the
them a
scenes.
good woman?
Right. They left it behind the scenes. They didn't plaster it on social media like
It wasn't a
Social media
argue-
has a crazy
arguing and going back
in
and
front of
forth.
the
Yeah.
kids
Right.
and
Like I would
being-
see modern women today will break up with their husbands or their boyfriend and they already posting it on social media. I'm back outside. I'm partying
Yeah.
this summer. You get what I'm
Okay,
saying?
but question, I have a
Go
question
ahead.
about that.
Go ahead.
So, because again, I feel like that's objective as well.
Okay.
That's objective to who's watching. So, if a woman, the same example, so a woman separates from her person or whatever, and they go to social media and say they back outside, how do you know the length of time that it took before she made that post?
But still, that's
No.
let me tell
It's
you.
not a but still because we're in a different generation.
But let me say
so
this.
the different generation being a lot of women, not even just women, a lot of people, they don't have the same avenues. We don't utilize the same avenues. So a lot of people meet people via social media.
Yeah, but still, where's the privacy? Like,
But why would you be holding that private? If I don't know how to date, or I
Okay.
haven't, or I'm not out on the scene, and I meet people through social media, and I'm not saying me, I'm just giving this as an
Right.
example. So at some point, the people were to believe that she was in a relationship, right?
Okay.
So at what point, basically, you're putting a time frame or putting a limit on when she can say, "Hey, I'm no longer taken," because those people that maybe wanted to date me, they were aware that I was in a relationship. I'm no longer in that situation.
Yeah, but still, though, to me, it still don't make sense.
You just
'cause
don't want no
I
woman
don't
that's doing
No,
that.
no, I don't want, because me,
Yeah.
I'm a private individual.
See? Exactly.
Whatever I do is
Yep.
behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
like to take care of things behind the scenes or whatever.
I agree with you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be plastering my.
I just gotta
my-
give devil's
my-
advocate.
Right, I get you. I get you.
I feel
Vic.
like it's tacky.
Yes, it's tacky. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Feel
not
like
gonna
it's
be
tacky,
plastering
and
my.
You don't
my
want to be a business to be out there.
to be out there, exactly. We handle everything behind the scenes.
Right.
Nobody ain't gotta know what.
But
we
what
got
I'm
going.
saying is, so let's say you were dating someone, right?
Okay.
And you guys happen to end your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, 3 months down the line, she decides to make a comment or a gesture to say, "Hey,
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm single," whatever that may be. It could be a meme that says,
Right.
"I'm back outside."
Right.
Would she be wrong for doing it? At that, she's not putting your business on Front
Right, I
Street.
get it.
She's
I get
not
it.
putting you out
I
there.
get it.
She's basically speaking on her own. You understand what
I
I'm
understand-
saying?
I understand what
so
you're
it's like
saying.
it's kind of hard
Right.
to say
Right.
because you don't know. Maybe she waited 6 months. I know some women that got a divorce. They're like, "I'm not ready to date. I'm not ready to date." And then maybe 2 years later, like, "Hey, I'm single." They just now letting the world know they single. This person been single for 2 years. She been getting her life together on the behind the scenes, and now she feels comfortable enough to say, "You know what? Hey, I'm single. I'm not." And who knows? Maybe she getting questions or asked.
But you know what? Sometimes too, I think women do that for attention, though.
Oh, yeah.
They do it for attention. They'll
I
post
feel
a
like
pic.
it's a little bit of both.
Right. They'll
It's a little
post
bit of both.
because I've seen it many of times. They'll post a picture. I'm back outside. The men
ain't
start
back
hitting them
outside.
up, start sliding their DMs. You know what I'm saying? Hitting them
Yeah.
up. They're like, "Oh," and they be like, "I don't want to talk to you, boy." So why are you doing that for?
Why
Because
even
you
post
why
that
you even
you're
post
single?
that? Right? Because you seeking attention.
Yeah.
That's the way
I
I
can see
view
how-
it.
I see
And
how
to
it
me,
could
it's
be viewed.
tacky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm a private person. I keep everything behind the scenes. The world ain't got to know what I'm going through.
But even though we understand, like,
I like it.
everything is subjective when it comes to relationship
Yeah.
and specifically what we're looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of times you got to ask yourself if a good man or a good woman was to be in front of you,
Would you know?
would you be able to recognize it?
Honestly, I think it would depend on where you are in life. I would say that.
I mean, I understand.
Because if you're not ready for it, you're not going to see it.
I understand, but sometimes when you're at your worst is when you need your best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't get to dictate when
Good
you
comes.
get when good comes to
Yeah.
you to
Right.
help you,
But
get to a better place.
If
So
you can't see that it's good,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. So what is it that we would be looking for in a good mate? Because like I said, a lot of people use that word so loosely.
Too loosely,
man.
yeah.
I think-
Especially in
This
this
is a
generation.
good man, but what is a good man? Oh,
I
that's
think
a good
we got to
woman.
take a moment to take a look in the mirror.
Okay.
I think if you really self-reflect, it helps you to kind of figure out what's happening and what you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of times people project, and they actually really don't look in the mirror to see. Because you could say 1,000 times. I know as a woman, we're like, oh, we want a good man, you want a good man, but then you're not really taking a look in the mirror to say, are you even presenting yourself in such a way to be a good woman for a good man? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
Yeah.
almost like you gotta self-reflect a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you're not ready, it's nothing that if you're not ready for a good woman, there's nothing that she can do to make you ready. It's a self thing. And I mean, I go for
but
both.
You don't. I don't think you have to be ready to find a good person.
No, a good
Right.
person's gonna come, but
yeah.
if in order for it to actually work out, you gotta be.
No, but I believe when it does come, whether you're ready or not, if it's meant for you to be.
Oh,
with that
yeah, you're gonna
person,
have it.
It's gonna change.
Right. It's going.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
Like
regardless.
so many times, to piggyback off of you, brother, with the social media, I can use Sierra as a good example.
Right.
With Russell Wilson.
Right.
Yeah.
And people are like, I said, it's a special prayer that I said to God every night.
Yeah, every
to
night.
ask for
Yeah,
a
yeah,
specific
yeah,
type
yeah.
of man. And I like to read comments just to see. I'm like, 'cause
Right.
I
What
want to
people
see
saying.
what people, the level of intelligence. People
Right.
are like, what's the prayer? What's the prayer?
It don't work like that.
And then so many times we fail to understand it's not the prayer that she said,
Right.
right? It's more so what she changed her mind
Yeah.
and what she was
Right.
looking for. in a man.
Exactly.
'Cause
Exactly.
You can pray
But
for.
it took her to self-reflect. Because remember, when she got with Future, she thought he was the one. Because
Well,
why?
I think
in
she
her
got with
mind,
a lot of people and thought they was the one.
No, but remember, okay, so Future was the last person before she got with Russell,
Right.
right? And when she got with Future, Future had been chasing her for who knows how long. Remember, she was his dream girl, whatever, whatever. She really believed whatever he was showing her, whatever energy he was giving her, she believed he was her person.
Okay.
So at that time, that's why I said maybe she had to self-reflect. And that's where that prayer came in, because she was able to ask for the things that she wanted, because she was able to take a seat back after everything exploded
Okay.
and say, whoa, wait a minute, what am I looking for in a man? Because, I think she probably would have married him.
But my point is this: if you don't know what a good
Man
man
is.
is or a good woman is,
If you have a bad man, you gonna know.
you
You
I'm
gonna
saying,
know.
But you'll never be able to
Right.
distinguish
Right.
between the two, right?
Right.
Like you can't say what's the prayer, so I can
No,
say the
Yeah,
prayer
that don't
too.
work like that.
But
Right,
you don't
right.
have a clue what it is that you want in your life,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
you're not gonna find
And
exact
what she
Russell.
wanted
Yeah,
is not.
exactly.
Russell is one of one.
Exactly.
Al is
Yeah.
one of one.
We all
Robin,
one of one.
Everybody's one
Yeah,
of
one
one.
of one.
So it's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
what is it that you're specifically looking for in a man to say that's a good man?
Mhm.
Because it's gonna vary.
Yeah, it varies.
Like I know for me, the definition of a good woman is to have nothing to do with education.
Mhm. Yeah,
It
exactly.
has nothing to do with monetary gain.
Monetary gains, none of
It
that
has
stuff.
nothing to do with sexuality. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, as far as sex or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
more
agree.
spiritual for me.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like I want a woman to recognize when I'm down,
Mhm.
spiritually, when I feel defeated, she
Yeah.
uplift me.
Right.
Like, and I'm not talking about just through her speaking to me about God, because
Right.
I'm not that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, she recognized like he's in a slump.
You're right.
So let me crack some jokes with him,
Right.
or
And-
let me uplift his spirit. To me,
Right.
that means more than
That makes
anything.
a very
and let
big
me and let me
difference.
piggyback off of that, bro. And also too, I don't want a woman that's going to put my business out on the streets.
No,
Like,
but you
because
said it.
Yeah.
You're very private.
right, I'm very
You're
private.
very
You know what I'm
private.
saying?
But those are things that also matters. But I'm saying
Yeah.
more than all
Right,
of that, because
right.
once you find the right ideal woman for Al,
Right.
that already comes with it.
Right,
Right. But
exactly.
but more than that, like, let's go deeper into the rabbit's hole. What more are you looking for?
Right.
I say, for me, I want a woman that's gonna motivate me, but but not just the regular way, like
Right.
not through sex or whatever. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right,
But
right,
through
right.
words of encouragement.
Yeah.
Like, you can feel my energy, like
right.
man.
Everything
That
to
she
me
can
is
give you
action.
the
Yeah,
energy.
Ralph is
Right.
not. Man, I could
Yeah.
tell Ralph is
Right.
down, even though he's
Right.
not saying it.
Right.
Let me cook his favorite dish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let
yeah,
me
yeah.
crack
yeah.
jokes. Let me go hang
Yeah,
out with him.
exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
exactly,
motivate me
exactly.
to want to be more and
Right.
do more.
Right.
Yeah.
To me, that's what
Right.
a good woman is.
Action. Everything to me is action.
And we don't.
Yeah.
I don't even have to get into the loyalty
Right.
bracket of it all, because that's gonna come with that,
All right.
right?
Right.
Right. I'm talking about like spiritually, mentally.
Okay.
Those are the things that really matter to
And
a
some
man.
people are not tapped into that.
No, a lot, but
Yeah.
that's the issue with a lot of
Yeah.
us, because so many times we just so caught up on the top of it all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. I want my woman to make this much. I want my man to make that much. I want this. I
Right,
want that.
right,
I want my man to
right.
look like this, to be this high. I want my
Yeah.
woman to look like to be this tall.
Right.
Man,
But
this-
understanding, like what you said, I agree with what you said. So understanding the spirituality
Yes.
side of things, I
Yes.
feel like it plays in both parts as well. Just exactly what you said though, but it plays for both parts.
Of
Because I feel like for me, coming from a woman's standpoint, a lot of times, like for me, if I'm venting about something, I'm not asking you to come up with no solution.
No, you just
'Cause
want
I already got
You
that
just
solution.
want to vent. You just
Right.
want to vent. Right.
But as I'm venting, I'm paying attention to what you're paying attention to as far as what I'm saying. Because to me, that lets me know your level of care. You understand?
Of
So
course.
I'm listening, and then I'm a spin a block again a
Of
little
course,
bit
of
later
course,
to
of
see
course.
if
That you was paying attention. That
right.
You understood.
Because
Yes.
to me, that's important.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
you said, someone who can tap in and understand. Okay, you know what? She's in a bad place right now. So my job is not to make it worse.
Of
My job
course.
is to make it
make
better.
it better, of course.
Yeah, it goes. It's vice
Yeah.
versa.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Because today there's so many
basically, you're reading the room.
Ex-
Basically, you have to
And you
read the
know,
room.
I didn't realize.
Right.
It took me a while to realize that people can't read the room.
They can't read the room. I
They
agree.
cannot read a room.
Well, you
Yeah.
don't need to read the room if you could read the person that you're
Right.
dealing with.
Right.
'Cause
But
now-
that's to me. That's very
Yeah.
Because, you know,
important.
the
That's
issue is
very
the-
important.
The big issue.
If
is
I'm not in the mood and you playing around, this is not.
Because the big issue with us today is that, like, a lot of times, man, we're so fixated on just
Money,
the
looks.
money, the sex.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
And
the
that's
things that
not.
don't really matter.
Mm-mm.
You know, oh man, he can F good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
she can suck
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So like you kind of lose your mind
Right.
and not understanding what's important when you're looking for
Right.
somebody that
forever
you
person.
want to
Yeah.
be with.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It's deeper than all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's why I
saying?
say you got to be family oriented because even though they like for me, I don't like to date people with kids because I don't like the drama of it. Like I just don't. I don't.
The
wanna be
baby
bothered.
mama. The baby mama drama. of it.
Not just the baby mama drama. I feel like it's deeper than that. So you have to deal with kids too.
Okay.
You know, like emotional well-being of kids. It's a lot that goes into it. So granted, I know I have kids, but I feel like I know how to deal with my kids. So I know how to manage and get someone else to manage my kids, and it's not difficult. I can't say that for your kids, depending on who you had the mama with, baby with, and all this. Like that's
just
extra
to play
stuff.
just to play devil's advocate, some people will view that as being selfish.
It is.
Right?
It's very
Yeah.
selfish. Let's not get it confused.
I'm just saying, but
I take full accountability and I'm fully aware. However, nothing changes. I said what I
I'm
said.
not trying to change your mind. I'm just saying.
Right.
you
No,
know,
but see, that's
exactly.
how I
I'm just
have
saying it
to.
comes off as
Yeah.
being very selfish
Selfish,
because
yeah.
That's
it's like
how I have to
so you want me to
present
come in
with no
as
kids.
a single man with no kids,
No kids.
Right.
but you want me to be a kid to your kids. But if I have kids and I could be the best,
It's not to
and I
say.
can hold up, I could be the best stepdad to your kids,
Yeah.
right? And you could be the best stepmom to my kids.
Right.
And we can merge our family. You
And
don't
have a
want that,
blended
but you
family.
don't want that.
I didn't say I don't want it.
So
When
your
we
preference,
said
your preference.
my preference would
Okay.
be someone without kids, but I'm not saying I'm completely
not
opposed.
opposed.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
just
Oh, okay.
prefer.
Oh, okay.
If I gotta
Okay.
choose,
That makes
I'm
more
not gonna
sense.
choose nobody with kids.
Right.
I
That
gotta deal
makes-
with your baby mama for what?
Okay.
That makes more sense. That makes a lot more
It's-
sense.
Right. Right.
Makes
Both.
a lot more
I
sense.
mean,
So again, for just one more time, we're gonna spin the block. Like you said, we're gonna spin the
the
block
block.
for the viewers. What is your definition of when you say a good man?
good man, a man who is a man. When I say a man, a lot of these young men, they don't even know how to change a tire. That is unacceptable for me. If
Okay.
you can't come in my house and change that light fixture that I need to be changed, if you can't come in here and fix the plumbing on the sink because the sink is backed up, I do not want to talk to you.
That don't make you a good man.
No,
I know a lot of
it
dudes
it,
that
it
can't.
contributes to you being a good man for me. Remember, we're talking subjectively for each individual.
But let me say this
person.
though. But that individual may not know how to fix the plumbing,
You
but he
too.
could cut your grass though.
That's all that matters. You gotta
You know what
do
I'm
something.
saying? He can cut
It's
your
not-
grass. He can change
it's
the spark
definitely
plugs in
not-
your car.
Exactly.
But
You gotta
be-
be able to do something.
right,
I
because-
feel like many men know how to work with their hands.
Right.
In my opinion, they know how to work with their hands, and even if they don't, they're gonna figure it out. Figuring out could be you gotta call somebody. That's fine.
Right.
But there's a lot of men in my
Well, you ain't
generation,
gotta
they don't
call-
even want to
you don't
call.
gotta
They don't
call.
even want to call
You don't
nobody.
gotta
They don't
call
want to
nobody.
help. They
Just
don't
go
want
on
to fix it.
YouTube.
Right.
Just go on
That's
YouTube.
it.
Right, 'cause
If
we-
I can go on YouTube and do it, you better be able to go on
So
YouTube
that's
and
the
do it.
definition of a good man.
I'm
Somebody,
not done.
Keep going.
Okay. So,
Keep going.
I said what I said so far.
You said change what? Somebody that can do
A man
it.
that's good around the house,
Okay.
good with his
Change your
hands.
life.
I need a man a man that is family oriented.
Okay.
Someone who really cares about their family. Again, I'm not a mama's boy, but someone who truly genuinely respects their mom. Like to me, that's like probably almost that's really the top 5 right there. Like you got to be able to respect your mama. What else? Someone that is ironically.
Right.
So you have to be willing to build a bond in a relationship with my kids. That's important to me because I'm family oriented. So I mean, it wouldn't work without that, right?
Okay.
So even though I don't want you to have no kids, just make sure you build a relationship with mine.
So are you willing to
Selfish.
give him kids?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm very family oriented. I'm still young. Now after I reach a certain age, that's a no. That's an automatic no. And I don't. And then a good man would be a man that's not asking me to have kids to risk my health. That is a good man.
So that's all
So-
you.
Nah, man. Every man wants a legacy. Trust
Yeah.
me. Every
But
man.
you know
Every
okay,
man,
so
man.
to me it's very important.
Right.
Like when I look at my kids are I'm a female, but that's my legacy. You know what I'm saying? Everything I teach my daughter, show my daughter, and I watch her mimic me, I'm like, oh my God, like that's me all over again. So I feel like it's very important. But the reality is we all have ticking time. Okay? Father time is here. And I will not put my health at risk for nothing. I'm just gonna say that. I will not.
So that's all you want in a good man. Basically.
Like I said, amongst other things, having a career, goal oriented. I feel like you got to have something, and not necessarily saying it has to be in your career, just a goal. People who have goal minded, like they have goals, they want to achieve this, they want to achieve that. It's just, to me, it's very admirable.
Sound more like purpose. A man that has a purpose.
because if you don't, a lot of times you lost. When you meet these young men who don't know what they want to do, they're lost.
Key
and they-
word, you
Right,
said.
purpose.
Young men, yeah.
Because-
So that's what I'm saying.
right,
But so those young men turn into older men who
Right.
maybe still didn't find their purpose or don't know what they want to do. So they're kind of lost. And honestly, I feel like it goes for men and women. But if you're in a space where you're lost, I don't really feel like you should be looking for or dating anyone, because you really should find yourself.
Purpose,
Like you
purpose.
can't.
Right.
I can't really be great to you, and I don't even know who I am, what I'm doing, why I'm here. I'm just aimlessly here, like that. How can you don't
Yeah.
know.
A lot of people live like that. What
I
about
don't
you,
like
brother?
it.
Yeah,
What you looking for, brother?
A
If
woman.
you were looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a woman that's spiritual grounded, woman that's gonna pray for me, that's going to that wants the best for me, best for my health.
Yeah.
Because of course, us brothers, we dying at a rapid rate, because of health issues and stuff. We
Yep.
eating poorly, or
Yep.
whatever. A woman that's gonna be like, hey, Al,
Put
AJ,
that down.
put that down. Take care of yourself.
Did you eat today?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Those type
important.
of
Somebody that's
things.
gonna care for you.
Yeah,
you know
care
what I'm
for
saying?
you
Yeah.
or whatever. Hey, can I wash your clothes? Like
Yeah.
just whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Because that's a way of showing that they
Yeah,
care.
showing that they care
Yeah.
or whatever. Because I don't care about what a woman say to me. I care about the action
Yeah.
That's
or whatever.
right, that's what we
Because
all boil
another
down to.
word that we use so loosely is that love word. I love you. I love this.
But
I
don't
love
know
that.
what it takes
but they
to
don't know
really-
what it takes. That love is an action.
Or they
word.
don't really know how to show
Right,
it too. A lot
don't
of
know how
people
to show
today
it.
are lost and
Right.
actually showing.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
I think it's because they don't know what it
Exactly.
is. I feel like it's easy to say the word. It's very easy to just say, "Oh, I love you,"
Right.
but it's not as easy to really display it. To have, because love comes with a lot, patience.
Right.
You gotta
Right.
really. That's how our forefathers, grandmothers,
Right.
they was able to stay together.
Right.
It takes extreme patience.
Right, exactly. And
To deal
also
with
too,
somebody?
I don't want to be dealing with a chameleon. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman that's showing me these signs, but on the back end, she's really this way. You get what I mean?
So how do you, as a man? Because I'm obviously.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, of
how
course,
do you-
as time goes on,
Yeah.
you start seeing it by their actions. Like they used to do
That's
this,
tough.
but now they're doing that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So
As in, almost
more of
like
that.
they were just doing it in the beginning.
In the
type of
beginning,
thing.
correct. Because
Yeah.
for me, a woman has to be an addition to me, not a subtraction.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
Has to be an addition.
Well, that
to
goes
me.
for both. I
Right.
feel like, because I feel like a
Right.
lot of times that's what us women deal with, where a man is interested in you,
Mhm.
so you get this person,
Right.
and that person is there for maybe 3-6 months, and then once they feel comfortable enough, like, well, I've drawn her in, because women lead with our emotions. We are emotional
Right.
beings.
Right.
So, I've gotten her drawn in. Now she's in love with me. Oh, now she really likes me. Now I can fall back and I can be this other person
Right.
that she never even met before,
Right,
because
right.
she already loves me. So now she's going to be inclined to
Right.
stick it out, because she knows this person that I presented to her is a possibility. That's where you come into the play of potential. Well, I know you had the potential to be
Right,
this person,
right.
because you showed me you were this person for 6 months. Like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe this is just a fluke. Maybe this is just a moment.
Right.
And you kind of, a lot of men, I feel, play
Right.
on women
And
like
let me
that.
say this too, bro. Like the addition to me, a woman being an addition to me is very important, because a man could have so much going on, and you bring this woman into your life, and she destroy your life.
Yeah. Of
course,
Completely.
that's easy.
Completely
That's the
destroy your
war
life.
started
Take you off
behind
track.
women.
Take you off track or
Yeah.
whatever. Just completely destroy your life
Yeah.
mentally, spiritually, financially. You know, no one wants to deal with that.
But that's
So,
why I said, how do you
yeah.
know when you're presented with a good
like-
woman or man?
Like for me, to me, a good woman is this, right? You understand I'm not perfect.
Right.
You understand that my
Patience.
decisions are no matter.
Yes. Yes.
And I always have the best intention in heart
Yep.
for you
And for me.
For me.
Yep.
And sometimes as a man, we stumble at times.
Yeah, of course.
When I say stumble, I don't mean as far as cheating or I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about
Yeah.
we stumble. We go through we go through hardships. So for me, a good woman, a good person is somebody that understands these things.
Yeah.
And there's no limit to the level of love that we share.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But she understands if I'm down today, it's only for a moment, and understands that as a man,
You're going to
I'ma
get back up.
Right.
And
Right.
when I get back up,
It's going to be okay.
it's gonna be better than it was
Before, yeah, it's on and
Right.
popping. Right.
Yeah.
But as a man, more so than anything that matters to us as a man is that level of care. Like
Yeah.
you were saying, right? You want a woman to tend to you, right?
Yeah.
And I don't mean like I'm a king and you're my
Yeah,
servant.
yeah, yeah, not like
I
that,
mean like
right.
you know like it's because we're both.
But when
doing it
she
to each other.
acknowledges that
Yeah.
you're a good man, she's going to do that.
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of women say that. You know, they say that, and eventually as time weighs on, you know, they tend to kind of get comfortable. But I'm saying that I tell people this. I tell my daughters this. You meet a man. You like that man. You see potential in that man. That potential you see in that man, you can help him achieve it just by simply speaking life into that man.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because as men, we're givers. Women are
Exactly.
takers, right?
Right.
So by nature, when a woman speaks life into you and say, you can do this, you can do that. I see you do
That's
this,
like
I
a
see you doing
spark.
that."
It adds a
Yeah.
But
spark.
guess
right,
what?
right.
More than the spark, it's a spark. But because that woman is putting that battery in your back, you're gonna accomplish that.
Yeah,
goal,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Right? But a lot of women fail to understand that.
yeah.
And that's the problem with a lot of today's relationships
Relationships,
between
modern-
our communities.
modern
Because
relationships,
the
right.
black woman wants a ready-made
Man,
man.
Yeah.
no
that's
one is
already
ready.
completed.
Correct.
And
It's
they
not
don't-
realistic.
But
Yeah,
no, it's
it's not.
realistic. He's just not gonna, care for you as much.
Yeah,
He's not
I
gonna
don't-
appreciate you because you
I
found
did
me
this
made.
on my own.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So I don't
Right.
need you.
So
Right.
to
But-
piggyback on that, that's that's how I feel. So when you talk about like what's a good man, what's a good woman, to run across someone who can put a mirror up to my face and make me see things that other people, to me, that's a good man. But in order for you to do that, you have to pay attention. You got to have, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to actually be in it. And that's how I'm going to know if you in it or not, because only people that can put a mirror up to me is someone who's paying attention.
Okay.
So that's a good man to me, because you care more than the surface level. You care more than just, she's pretty, or she has a career. It's more or less like, hey, if you're this person, I'm gonna show you this the person that, like, I want you to acknowledge. And do you like this person? Do you not like this person?
Well, I think our
Gotcha.
community could do a lot better
Oh yeah,
if we were to just like stop trying to mimic what other people's relationships.
Yeah,
look like.
exactly.
because that's not for you.
Yeah.
If it was for you,
Stop
you would have
trying
it.
to,
Yeah.
fit into the circle you don't fit in.
Right.
Right? If you
Right.
find a man, no matter what level where he's at in life,
Yeah.
if you want him to be better than where he's currently at, speak
Motivate
life
him.
into that man.
Right.
Motivate that man.
Motivating. Correct.
And that man, I guarantee you, no matter what happens, unless you are disloyal,
And he'll appreciate it.
he won't leave you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless
he'll
he's a piece
appreciate
of, that's different. But most real dudes that I know that find a good woman, that motivates them, right? And really makes you want to be what a man is supposed to be, a provider, a caretaker, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A man's man. When you find a woman that motivates you to be those things, you're not gonna leave her.
Yeah.
You won't leave her.
Right.
It's why would I leave
It's gonna
her?
be
Right.
hard.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
could use what's my man McGregory, the fighter.
McGregor?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Conor
yeah, yeah, yeah.
McGregor.
Conor
His
McGregor.
wife took care of him.
Entire
He was
career.
on food stamps,
Yeah, yeah.
Section 8, whatever he was on.
She rolled with
She
him.
was working, taking care, paying
She loved
bills,
him.
doing everything while he was in the gym training.
Yeah.
Broke. She's still with him today.
So today you took
Now,
off, right?
if he was to come on and get on and just leave her, that would show you the type of person he is.
Right,
But
right.
Yeah.
a real man would never do that. No matter if he's dealing with other women outside, he'll never leave home, bro.
Right,
Because
exactly.
that's where the heart is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And as people, we need to recognize, especially ladies, man, find you a good man with dreams and aspirations and help motivate them and mold them to
Yeah.
accomplish those goals. And if you want to have a great family, a great life, he'll provide it for you
Yeah.
without even thinking twice
Right.
because you helped them to accomplish those things.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't look for a microwavable man that's already pre-made,
Pre-made,
and think you're
right.
gonna hit the warm-up
Yeah,
button
you're gonna get dogged out.
every time.
Seriously, right? He gonna get
Every
dogged
time.
out because
Yeah.
could be the reason why I say that because you don't know what that man went through in his
Yeah,
life
to get there.
So you think he's gonna make life
And
easy
then,
for you?
and then
Come
after
on
he
now.
went through all that,
Yeah.
he's already
So-
know he doesn't. I don't need
Yeah.
you
I love
Exactly.
for
your
my world to spin.
I love your male aspects on this. It's admirable. So I'm going to add from the woman's perspective. I feel like me myself being one of those women, I feel the exact same way. That's exactly how I feel. So being that I have my career, being that I am pretty much where you're not going to just come in and feel like you're doing something. What the fuck are you doing? You didn't make me. I was made when
See
you
what I'm
got
saying?
here.
That's how
But
it goes.
that's the same way that you just described the men.
that's how it
So
goes.
yeah. So it's like if you're going to come, you got to give me something. And it's not necessarily talking about monetary. What are you bringing? What value are you bringing to my life
My brothers-
that gives you
My,
purpose?
So
my
what's
brothers,
that
hold on.
value?
My
Go ahead.
brothers, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
You come in, you bring a value, you bring love and attention, admiration.
Yeah.
You
And then
that
boom.
you put that battery in her back, brother. You tell her you can go to the moon and circle the earth a million times and come back. And brother, she ain't gonna never leave you because she's already feel like she's established. She just want to feel love and security.
It's the
That's it.
appreciation.
It's,
Yeah.
love is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
difficult as we make it seem.
Yeah, we make it difficult.
We make it difficult
Right.
because we just,
We got to know who you're dealing
we're
with.
difficult
Right.
people, bro.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
But
Very
love
much.
is very easy.
Right. Humans
So
are
is
very
a good man
difficult,
and a
man.
good woman.
Yeah, right.
So that's our show
By
for the
nature.
day. Our show for the day. I really hope that we help some of you guys out there to really have a good understanding of what makes a good man or a good woman.
It'll just make you think about it. What
But-
do you think is a good
But
man? or a
more
good
so than
woman?
anything, remember, you got to remember it's very subjective, right? Nobody can really tell you how to find a good man or how to
Right.
find a good woman.
Right.
You have to be looking for a specific thing that you feel you need in your life.
Yeah.
And you have to pray. And if you believe in God, you pray for it.
Yeah.
And when it comes to you, you'll know it. But remember to cherish it, admire it, love it, care for it. Just like a garden. Like you plant, if
You
you plant,
mean to it.
you plant whatever you plant in your backyard, roses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta take care of it, man. Take care of the soil and really put time and effort into
Right,
it.
right.
And as always, man, we're gonna ask you guys to do what we always ask you guys to do, right? To subscribe, to like, to comment. Like my brother always
And
said,
hit the like button, folks.
ding! You feel what I'm saying? And we appreciate you guys and feel free to start a conversation. We love to talk. We talk back. And I'm gonna hold Vic this Thursday hostage or Wednesday. What we decided on?
We're doing Thursday.
Thursday.
It's Thursday?
We're gonna go
Thursday.
live
Okay.
on her.
Okay, at
on
what
her,
time? You gotta let the people know what time.
Thursday,
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay.
8 p.m. Thursday to
Eastern
discuss
time.
every conversation you guys, whatever you guys want to talk about, and whatever the last show that we aired, we're gonna go continue the conversation.
Okay.
And as always, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We thank you guys. Love and peace, grace.
Peace.
Yes, sir.